Good morning, everyone. We are going to present our integrative learning product of the subject Communicate Competency in English. Our team is made up of Aneli Vianey Murillo Alemán, Grecia Abigail Velázquez Ovalla, and me, Daphne Samantha Gomez Rodriguez, and we're going to talk about Greece. History. In ancient times, Greece was one of the regions with the greatest technological development in the West and had a rich cultural tradition, famous for its scientific knowledge, thinkers, writers, arts, and its temples. It was known as Hellene. The Hellenic or Greek civilization has its origin in the Cretan and Mysian cultures. Geography. Greece is a southern European state, a member of the European Union, located at the southern end of the Balkan Peninsula on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. It borders by land with Albania, North Macedonia, Bulgaria, and Turkey. By sea borders Italy, Turkey, and Albania. Its surface area is 131,940 kilometers, including inland waters of the Aegean Basin, islands, and islets. Is the country in the European with the highest number of mountain peaks. Architecture. It's monumental but not colossal like Egypt. It's a fundamental leader in architecture. They know the ball but don't know used to. The material is many stone, and with them, marble is the perfect one, but other materials were also used. Always carry decorative elements, borders, rosettes, eggs, pearls, palmettes. Weather. It has humid and temperate winters, as well as hot and dry summers. The west coast in the wettest Greece winters are really cold. The east coast is the less humid in the country. In winters are very dry. In summer, the heat is canicular, particularly over the continent.
Culture, art, literature, architecture, dance, music, sports, theater, and philosophy are examples of Greek culture. The Greeks created great literary styles. Epic poetry begins with the Iliad and the Odyssey. Greece is the place where tragedy and comedy originate, which were performed inside theaters. The Greeks had a polytheistic religion because they worshipped many gods, anthropomorphic because they believed that their gods were of human form, more intelligent and beautiful, and pantheist because they worshipped the phenomena of nature. Talking about food, according to its geography and history, the cooking style is typically Mediterranean. The best known and most popular food in Greece is meze. Sauce are used to dip the pita bread. Moussaka is a popular type of lasagna with eggplants, and popular drinks are wine, beer, ouzo, and metaxa. Famous personalities. Certainly, Aristotle is an epic Greek character. He was a philosopher and polymath, founder of the Lyceum, the peripatetic school of philosophy, and the Aristotelian tradition. The famous Sirtaki dance from the movie Sorba the Greek is the work of the famous Mikis Theodorakis, a Croat composer. Haris Alexiou is one of the greatest artists that Greek popular music has produced of all time. In entertainment, you can find museums, archaeological sites and theaters, Greek outdoor movie theaters and concerts, and Athens has the best clubs in the country, restaurants and taverns if you love food, fairs and amusement park, casinos and luxury hotels.
Transportation. Intercity buses are a very popular option for getting around Greece. The system is efficient and reliable, and relatively inexpensive. Trains are also a great option to move around Greece. People usually want to use their own cars to move because of the gratifying experience, since it allows to reach remote places, beaches, and unique mountains. Moving by ferry depends closely on the weather and the sea conditions, especially between the months of January and March. During peak times, the routes between Athens and the islands tend to be more frequent, while in the winter, the fares only depart once or twice a week. And if we are talking about economy, Greece is a developed country with an economy based on the service and industrial sectors, with the agricultural sector contributing an estimate 4% of national economic output in 2017. Important Greek industries include tourism and shipping. With 18 million international tourists in 2013, Greece was the seventh most visited country in the European Union and the 16th in the world. As of 2019, Greece is the 16th largest economy in the 27-member European Union. According to the IMF figures for 2019, Greece's GDP per capita was 19,570 at nominal value and 31,572 at purchasing power parity. What would you like to do in the city? Tour the Acropolis is one of the greatest things to do in Greece. Visiting the Parthenon will be an amazing experience. Also, climbing Mount Olympus can be an awful idea, because Mount Olympus is probably one of the most famous mountains in the world, and according to the Greek mythology, is known as the spot where Zeus sat on his throne, as well as the place where Hades ruled the underworld. Admiring the architecture in Santorini and relaxing at its best hotel will be an incredible idea after a long journey. Visit the Acropolis Museum, and learning more about Greek history is also a great idea. Of course, diving into the Melisani Cave will be a nice thought. Monuments. The Acropolis of Athens is the most famous historical monument in Greece. It was constructed in the mid-5th century before Christ, also known as the Golden Century of Athens. Although the most famous building on the Acropolis is the Parthenon, there are many other buildings like the Propylaea, the Erechtheion, and the Temple of Athena Nike. Minoan Palace of Knossos is the most important site in Crete Island. Amazingly enough, after many centuries under the ashes, the monumental Palace of Knossos has kept its colors and interesting wall paintings. And Olympia, yes, it is the location of the ancient Olympic Games in the Peloponnese beginning in 776 before Christ. In addition to numerous temples and sanctuaries, it contains the remains of its famous stadium. Some other information you would like to mention. Based on the latest United Nations estimates, Greece's population is 11,122,375. From that number, the 315,452 inhabitants are in Athens. Believe it or not, Greece's official name is the Hellenic Republic, also as Hellas or Ellada. The first Olympic Games took place in 776 before Christ. A fun fact is that Greeks wave with their palm closed. Waving with the palm opened and the finger extended is considered an insult. And the saying, taking the bull by its horns, comes from the Greek myth of Hercules saving Crete from a raging bull by seizing its horns.